Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Kashmita Gupta. I make content around ACCA. So I've seen a lot of students struggling to find a job. So I decided to call such students or such qualifieds who are affiliates or members on my job series who can guide you that how did they crack their job. And I would try to shortlist such I would say profiles where I can add value to the viewers of my channel. So today we have a very important guest. He's already been here on my podcast before this as well. He was an SBR high achiever. He got 91 in his second attempt from 38 to 91. So he's none other than Sandhar and he would be joining us in this session today. So let us welcome him. So we have Sandarbh with us already. Welcome you on the podcast again, Web Post Podcast. So how's everything going on, Sandarbh? It's been a long time. I'm sure my viewers have watched you before as well when you scored a very high score in SPR from 38 to 91. So how's life been since then?
Ma'am, everything is going good so far. I'll be starting with my job soon and will appear for ATX in the month of September.
Okay, so how many exams have you completed? Like, can you just brief me on your level of ACCA right now?
I've completed 11 exams, which includes SBR and SBL in the professional level.
Wow. Okay. Uh, Fine. So, what is the reason that led you to look for jobs when you were not yet done with ACCA? Like, are you done with your bachelor's? Was it the campus placement, or was it that time was running, so you wanted to start the job early? Like, why did you start looking for the job at the first place, even when you were not yet qualified?
Ma'am, in the month of May, like when my final semester exams were going on, I was at a moment I considered doing pursue with my fourth year of graduation.
Okay.
But then something came to my mind, why to waste 1 year when I can get a practical experience requirement of minimum 1 year. So at that moment, I made my resume in the month of May, and just after 10 days, I got call from EY. But the
Wow.
thing was that in majority of the big four company, they ask you for your final semester mark sheet, but at that time I wasn't eligible for the same, so I had to foregone that opportunity, and then I started looking for the other opportunities, other big four and other companies. So that's how my journey started to look for the job.
Right. Okay. So, fine. So, can you just brief me that, like, what was your strategy to look for the jobs? Like, was it, as you said, EY approached you. So, was it that you were looking for jobs on LinkedIn or some websites like Naukri.com, or was it some reference? So, how did you start your journey? Like, can you just brief me about the journey from beginning till the end? Like, I just totally want to leave it on to you.
Like if I talk about first, I'll let you know about the interview calls I got. I got call from Deloitte, EY, Baker Tilly, Pyrac Consulting, Forbes Mazar, and HSBC, and there were other outsourcing experts who provide services to UK clients and all. I never got any call from that referral. I applied for referral at KPMG, but maybe I wasn't able to meet the minimum requirements, so I did not get the call. I got call from Grant Thornton and all, and for all these opportunities, I applied simply on LinkedIn. Like there are posts circulating, like we are hiring for this team and all. For that, there are certain key members you need to follow. You should follow directors, you should follow managers, you should follow technical talent acquisition, HRs and directors and all. Like they keep on posting about such opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
So that was something I followed. In the beginning, I used to DM directors and all for referral, like, good afternoon, sir, myself, this, that. I have cleared these many papers. Could you please refer me for a role? And then they used to ask me for job ID. But when you will go on career site, there are rarely opportunities available for freshers. So if you want to apply for as a fresher, I would say make your LinkedIn strong. You should have, like, I have almost around 12,000 followers on LinkedIn, which
Wow.
my strategy is to connect with at least 15 to 20 people every day in the same domain. Like if I have 12,000 followers, 90% of them would be ACCAs only. So I would say ki make your connection strong. Then there is like there I myself find many people saying ACCA is bad, no job opportunities in India. Whereas when I open LinkedIn, I almost get 10 plus hiring posts for ACCA every day.
Yeah, true that. I think the reason why this kind of mindset has been there in the mind of the students is because we are not getting campus placements via ACCA, but because generally people don't put so many efforts, or even if they put, they are not in the right direction.
Mm,
So for example, if you apply for a job in a big four where you don't meet the conditions, you think,
mm,
okay, let's try, you just send over your resume, and then you think that, okay, maybe this time it didn't work, next time I would. But once you send your CV and you are not selected, your CV is rejected by their initial software. So it's like you can't reapply very soon to the same company, and
mm,
you think that, okay, I was just doing a hit and trial, if it works fine, if it doesn't, it's okay.
mm,
So you actually lose a opportunity in that manner. But I'm really glad, like, you took it off campus, and then you did it via LinkedIn. And okay, you said you have followers on LinkedIn. So, what type of content are you posting? Like, is it through your content that people are connecting to you, or is it like you initiate a conversation with influential people in this industry and then
mm.
you build a connection?
Like in the beginning, I used to randomly connect with ACs. Like, if you connect with one ACC, you will get suggestions of four more.
Yeah.
So I used to send connections to them, and I also post like every 2 3 weeks content related to ACCA. And I have
Mm-hmm.
impressions like more than 3 lakh, I guess, on LinkedIn. So
Wow.
maybe that's the reason. Basically, it's this random connections, or at and maybe most of them are related to my field, and like they are senior people, so that's how I connect with them and try to learn from their post and all, like what they are talking about related to the industry and all.
Right, right. Okay, so you told us that you were getting, you've been called for interviews from various companies, but then you were not
Mm,
meeting the requirements because of the bachelor's, right? Because
mm.
you had not completed. Okay, so which companies do you think are ready to take students who are part qualified and not yet done with the bachelor's in the Big Ten range? Who are these
See,
companies?
I would say like if you're not done with a bachelor's in the Big Ten, they will take you as interns most probably, but not as a full-time candidate. But once you have got your final semester mark sheets, like I gave my exams in June and I got
Mhm.
my result in July. So they are like willing to take you for the full-time role. And what was the other question? I forgot.
Yeah. So which companies do you think are there who hire? Uh,
All the Big Tens will hire you, including the top other company. Like I even got called for from HSBC. Like they are
okay.
known for investment banking and all. They
Yeah.
even called me, but I got another opportunity, so I did not give the test over there. So I
Mm-hmm.
would say you need to have a good resume for the same. Like you should not add irrelevant points. Like I talked to a director at Grant Thornton. He advised me like if you are adding Excel in your resume, you should add what expertise you have in Excel. And like if you are adding Power BI, you should not just write Power BI. You should write like I've created dashboards using Power BI and this and that, etc.
Yeah.
Even if you have volunteered at a NGO, you should include that.
Very right. So, can you like tell us a template of how you used to send your CV across to the people you figured out from LinkedIn posts who are looking for hiring? So, what would the email look like?
Like if someone posts a hiring post, there is a link attached to that. So you have to submit your resume over there. And I also used to remind the person once, like by messaging them privately, ki, sir, myself Sandarbh, and I have done these many papers, recently completed my graduation, etc., etc. I'm looking for an opportunity and applied for the same. Kindly look into it. Like that, you can say at least once so that they get reminded about it.
Yeah.
And even after interview, I used to send them a thank you note, so that they do not forget me.
Okay. Plus, also, we are not supposed to spam them with messages
One message
that
is
would,
enough.
yeah, I
Uh,
agree. I agree. Okay. So, did you add some cover letter?
no,
Okay, just the resume. So, how did
yes.
the resume looks like? I want to know that.
Like, if anyone wants my resume, I will share the template after the podcast. Like, I will
Yeah.
also post on LinkedIn. You can check over that. Follow Sundar Raj.
Yeah.
My resume starts with my name in the middle, my phone number. In address, you should write like one word, like New Delhi, Mumbai, etc. That's enough. Your
Yeah.
age, your gender, profile. No passport size photo is needed on resume. They ask after you get selected, them by
Mm-hmm.
themselves. LinkedIn link you can attach if you want, but I'd never attach it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you should start with like your education. In achievements column, you can write like if you have got some good marks in college or ACCA. Like what I did, like I wrote ACCA 11 out of 13, and then I wrote the marks like SBR 91, uh, audit 69, like that.
Mm.
Fir you should mention like if you were part of any other organization in your college, like an actors or Rotary club, you should write 3 to 4 lines about the same, like you did this in the organization. Try to quote in quantitative numbers. That looks good. Uh,
Right.
you should add 1 to 2 certificates. Like, and there are people I have seen, they are like, you should add this certificate, that certificate. You know what I added? I added ACCA EPSM module only and one
Okay.
certificate of Excel. And to be honest, they don't even care whether you have written about certifications or not. In no interview, I was being asked about my certifications.
Right.
And
Because
like,
at the end, you're a fresher, right? So they
yes.
know.
Uh,
Yeah.
and even if you say ki Excel questions are complicated, they ask basics. Like I am always asked like rate yourself 1 to 10. So to be on the safe side, you should never set 8 plus. You should say like, sir, I have skills of like around 6 to 7, but I am a good learner. And if I am given a formula, I will try to learn it and apply to the particular situation, because Excel is something which requires practice. And even if you like learn do thousand of courses, you will never get expertise in that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's with application, with skills. More you
uh,
work, better you become. True that. Okay. So did you pursue, like you said, you had an Excel certificate, right? So you just
mm,
did one Excel course apart from your ACCA curriculum.
mhm.
Okay.
And
And you,
that also
yeah.
and at the time of interview, I remembered only 10% of the same.
Okay. And when you were mentioning about your education on your CV, so it was from the 10th standard till the end?
Yes, like first graduation, then first ACCA, then graduation, then 12th, then 10th.
Okay, correct. Correct. And like how many pages was it? Like one.
One page is enough, more than enough.
I also believe that if you're a fresher, I think one page is.
Most probably, if it's more than one page, your resume will get
Rich.
rejected.
Yeah, yeah. Because what are you writing if you're a fresher? So that's just
Mm,
a waste of time for the reader as well. True that.
mm.
Okay. Uh, can you take me through the interview processes? Like how many interviews you've given and how was your experience? What kind of questions you were asked? And what do you think
Mm.
you did different, which is why you were selected?
Like if I talk about my Grant Thornton and another KPO experience, I was being asked about, see, the most important subjects I will tell you. And with that, you can clear any interview. You should be good with AA and FR. SBR is rarely standard at a fresher level. They want you to be good with FR and AA. Like if you are applying for an audit role, 90% of questions will be from FR, 10% from AA. And the
Basically,
most
IFRS is what they
uh,
ask, right?
and one IFRS is common in most of the interview. IFRS 15 5-step model. They
Yeah.
always ask the same. They will ask you 2 3 case studies on the same. Even at Forbes or Grant Thornton I go, they asked me in all the rounds, I guess.
Wow.
And what I was talking about the interview process. Like at
Yeah.
Grant Thornton, there was a manager round and partner round. If I talk about four with Mother, there were 5 rounds. First was a test round. In that, I was being asked with logical reasoning, quantitative aptitude questions, Excel questions, audit and FR questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest, for all the interviews, I prepared like for 2, 3 hours because I was being told one day before my interviews that you have an interview next day.
Yeah.
So I will just say one thing. Like, if you wish to apply for jobs after 10 days, you should, in these 10 days, you should be done with your FR and double A. Like, you should know everything in that. कि अभी 10 दिन है, like you have 10 days, just complete it, because for
Yeah.
when you will have interviews, you will not be given like 4 days, 5 days. You will just get a simple call ki Sandhar, you have a interview tomorrow, are you comfortable? Just say yes to it, otherwise they will
Yeah.
go to other candidate. So
Yeah.
so I will just say FR and double A is most important. If I talk about my first round at Forvis, I was being asked about revenue and leases. Some case studies were related. See, even if you do not know the answer, just say ki, sir, can I take 1 minute and try to make a logic out of it. I'll be honest. In my first round at Forvis, it was just like it was not directly concept based. He asked
Mm-hmm.
me to industry and see what you study is way too different than what is being
Yeah.
applied. So I was like clueless, to be honest, but still I made some sense out of my answer. In the second round, it was with a director who was a UK citizen himself. So like to be honest, did something unexpected in the second round. I am a cricket fan, so at that time India versus England test series was going on. So
Okay.
like when my director asked me like, do you have any questions? I just said ki, sir, most of my questions were answered in my previous rounds. So what do you think about the India versus England test series going on? And then we had a good 15-minute talk on the same. So I believe like you should be good in communicating. You do not have need to be good in English. What you
Yeah.
say, that matters the most. I'll be honest, I'm not used to listening to England people daily. For me
Yeah. They
it
have a very
was
different accent too.
like with headphones it gets even more tougher because
Yes.
how do I say that, but still I tried my best, and yeah, I was able to pull it. And when I came to director round, there were no technical questions. It was like, why do you want to join this company, what are your leadership, how will you handle, all these questions are asked. Like, give your example, why you did ACCA, why you chose ACCA is the most common questions. You should
Mm-hmm.
be well prepared for the same.
And what
Si-
was your answer to it?
like global opportunities, flexibility with regular college, because doing CA with a regular college is way tougher than managing ACCA.
Right. Right. So do you think you having a college, regular college, played a role in you getting a job? Like which college you are from?
I am from Sri Aurobindo College, South Campus, Delhi University. I did my BCom honors from there. And I do not know whether they looked at my college while shortlisting the my resume, but I believe ACC is more important than regular college, which helped
Right.
me get shortlisted, because if I would have just submitted my resume with the BCom honors, I would have never got any calls. But what I was saying, I would have never got any calls. But yeah, if you want to have a personality, you should go to a regular college. It's easily doable with a regular college. It's not some
I
rocket
agree.
science that you have to give 10 hours a day. You can
Yes.
give one exam every 3 months, and that's like very easy. I'll be honest, for every exam, I studied max to max 30 days. Even for my SBR exam, I studied for 40, 45 days, and that too, seriously, I studied in the last 20 days.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's very I would say surprising to know that you indulged with informal conversation with your director, would be director, and you were like just talking about cricket in an interview where most of the people are just panicking
I'll
that
be See, try that trick only if you have some foreigner in your interview. Do not try with Indians.
yeah.
Like, I'll be honest, they are like, call me sir, madam. You can't call by their name. And when I was talking to that partner, he was like, call me by my first name.
Yeah.
And they are
Yeah.
a little bit chill, I guess.
Yes, yes,
And they
yeah.
prefer that. if I would have tried this India versus England trick with my partner in India, he would have said rejected.
Okay, that would be controversial. Let's not talk about that.
Most probably.
Yes,
Not all are like
I
that, but
silently agree on that. Okay, so let's now talk about your package. That's what excites me as well the viewers. So generally, okay, as an ACCA educator, I've been getting so many queries, and so many people have always been like, what are the packages? And when you post a range of packages, what I believe is that if you are an ACCA part qualified, you get around 2 to 4 lakhs, okay, in the middle of this. Like if you are in an SME firm, you will get around 2.5 something. And if you are in some big four, you might get 3.5. Okay, so that's my idea of ACCA part qualifieds. And if I talk about ACCA affiliates, that would be, of course, above 6. That's what I believe. Okay. And if you're a member, it would be, of course, if you have a genuine 3-year experience, that would be ranging from maybe 8 onwards. But again, this is a very broad scale of packages which we have. But the students, they end up saying, no, this is not the case. And then there's so many people who pull down, especially in India. I'm not talking about this in abroad. In abroad, ACC has a great, uh, you know, reputation and demand. But in India, there are certain people who would pull it down for no reason, sometimes comparing it with different qualifications. So I want to know firsthand from the people in industry like you, what was your package which you were offered in various firms, and what did you actually finalize, and do you agree with these package ranges or not?
like if I talk about Big Fours where I got calls from interview, they were offering somewhere around like 3.6 LPA to 4, I guess. But when I got into four ways, like it was 160 to 170% more than that, which was something I was not expecting.
Wow.
So I believe it differs from company to company. It depends on them
before
what
before your current job, what was the package you were offered?
3.6 around some LPA.
And you're just done with 11 papers, right?
Yes. I did not negotiate, otherwise it would have got doubled maybe. I
Yeah.
just said yes to my HR, whatever she said, because at that moment I
And
got a
at
bit,
that 3.5 LPA, you did not have that UK guy and you didn't talk about cricket with him, right?
that was Grand Thornton.
Okay. Okay. So I think, yeah, so you were getting around 3 plus, right?
Yes.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, please go ahead.
So yes, I would say ki once you are offered a salary, you should be good with negotiation. You should not go out of range. Like I will quote an example. One of my friend is working at EY and his friend got into Deloitte and KPMG, and like maybe they were offering 4 to 5 lakh, and when the HR asked for negotiation, he said 9 LPA. So even after getting selected, he got rejection mail next day. So negotiation should be done with proper mindset and should be appropriate as per your qualification. You should not go out of range, otherwise just be ready for a rejection mail the next day.
Right. So negotiation should be on point, and you didn't negotiate with the current firm of yours,
No, I just got overexcited as I said.
and you got 160%. So if you would have negotiated, it would have been greater than that, right?
Yes.
So what's your current role?
I'll be joining as a corporate audit assistant, level 2 for the UK clients, in the financial services, asset management, banking, insurance. I do not know how the things work, but this is what I know so far.
That's great. So, Sandarbh, I think you have done a really great job at whatever level you are. So, how do you think, like, before even getting a final graduation degree, you're already in the, uh, job role. So, what do you feel about it? Like, do you feel that choosing ACCA was a great thing for you?
I'll be honest. Like when I failed my ACC examination, you get a thought for once ki whether I'll be able to complete the course or not. So
Please continue.
Yes. So I was saying ki, when what I was saying,
Yeah. So how
huh,
do you think
like,
about having ACCA and this package?
yes, like, if I have to say, ACCA is the, like, as for me, ACCA is the best course in chartered accountancy field in India too. There might be some people who would say this, that, blah, 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 but there are many advantages of the same. Like, you get to work in various countries, and like, if you are well qualified with good knowledge, you can even open your firms across the globe. Like, there
Yeah.
are certain minimum requirements you need to meet, but you can easily do that if you are a person with a good knowledge. And like, if I'll be honest, if I am just 20 years old right now, if I was pursuing the Indian CA course, I might have been paid somewhere around 5 to 6 thousand per month, working for 12 hours a day. This is
Yeah.
the brutal reality of the course for two,
Yeah.
3 years. But as a ACC, I'm getting paid 6, 7 to 8 times more, and I'm just a fresher, not even qualified. So,
Exactly. And of course, with time, when you will become an ACCA member, I think you started your journey very much in time. I've seen a lot of people, they keep on waiting and they keep on blaming the circumstances and, we're not getting a job. But, and then they start hating the qualification that they've pursued, which brings many other potential people who wants to pursue that course to believe that maybe this is not a good course to pursue. But
mm,
my opinion, like as you said, I won't compare any qualification, but I would just say that it's not about that every person in this country is employed in whatever course they have pursued. So not
mm,
all doctors are employed, not all lawyers are employed, right? So there are always some people who don't get the right thing at the right time, but that does not mean that we don't have the scope for that particular course at all, right?
mm,
So there are
mm,
engineers who don't get a job, but there are engineers who are working at a very good level and they are CEOs and they're working in Google. So we can't generalize things. It's all about how many skills you have, how you deal with situations. Are you a person who blames the circumstances? And I always say this, it doesn't matter whichever qualification you have. It's about your personality, your skills,
mm,
your communication skills, and how do you perceive the troubles which you face. Like, are you blaming things on, or are you someone like, okay, I have to get through this, I'll figure it out.
mm,
So I think your attitude, whatever I've heard, that whatever was the story, is that you were figuring out that okay, I'm not yet done with my bachelor's yet, but I want to get a job. So you figured out a way, and you started posting on LinkedIn, or you started being active on LinkedIn. So you unlocked the power of such a great social media platform, which many people, they are just spectators. They wouldn't have
mm,
a professional DP or whatever you call it, profile picture, and they would be just be spectators. They're just viewers, right? But you went and you explored that as well. So that's how I think there's a difference between people who make it and the people who are not able to make it. So I think that's very nice of you to share your story, and I'm sure many people would connect with you after this, and they would like to have your tips, your views on, or your, you know, like how can they crack a job. So, any last words of advice that you would like to give to the viewers, that if they are, let's suppose, an affiliate looking for a job and they've tried everything, what would you say? Like, I've seen people who, it's been 6 months and we're still looking for a job. So, what would be your advice to them?
See, I'll be honest, like, me being a graduate and not even qualified can get calls from like 7 to 8 top companies in just 45 days of job search. So a affiliate can easily get if they follow the right approach. First and the most important thing is that having a one-page CV with necessary details, not adding illogical things in that. Second is connect with people who are working in the industry and at the good firms. Third will be you do not need to be the best communicator. You just need enough in communication skills to say what you need to explain to the other side.
Yeah.
Uh, be good with audit and FR. That is the most important thing. Like as I said, I did not study for any interview. I just simply woke up and gave the interviews. Like if you are planning to start give interviews after 15 days, in the 15 days you should be done with FR, AA and SBR. Like if I talk about AA, what is being asked, like types of opinion is asked. Like there are
Hmm.
3 to 4 types that is being asked. Mm, they might ask substantive procedures,
Yeah.
the format of the audit report, what all things are included. That was being asked to me. Audit plan was asked, which I did not remember at the time of interview. So all these things should be done in detail in those 15 days. Then you can crack any interview. And one thing is that which most people neglect is behavioral questions. Like
Mm-hmm.
what are your strength, weakness, what is why you want to join this f- my company, whatever the company is, why ACCA. And there will be situational questions like if you are being employed, if there is a error arising, how will you solve that, communicate करोगे कैसे करोगे, like how will you
Yeah.
deal with your colleagues and all. They will test you in that. And they want someone who is proactive, a active learner, who is a team part a player. They do not
Mm.
want people who are like just obsessed about themselves. And be honest. Like whenever was being asked, I was honest to them ki if this situation arises, I will do that, even if that reflects a little bit of negativity about my personality. But they also know that you are trying to matlab
You're
make
a
up
human
answer.
at the end of the day. Yeah. So,
So just be good with your communication and add these subjects which I told. You can crack any interview.
wow, wow. So I think this would help a lot of people. And as you said, AA and FR are important. I think what I've heard is that if people are affiliate, they do ask on SBR as well because they go
uh,
like
like
I won't say they specifically mention we are asking it from SBR, but they ask from IFRSs. Uh, so in FR and SBR, I think the only difference is that we have advanced group accounts, and then we have IFRS 2 and IS 19, all those standards. So those
to
standards they don't ask.
To be honest, that depends on the role also. Like one of my friend recently got into Deloitte in
Mm.
transfer pricing role. So he was being asked about transfer pricing, consolidation, and IFRS to share-based payment.
Uh,
That all depends on like the mood of the person taking the interview, what he wants
yeah.
to ask. Some are like, how are you? Why, like I have been asked 2 times why there's a guitar behind you.
Okay.
I
Okay.
just said ki, like my father is into it, so that's there. Like that.
Yeah.
It all depends on the mood of the person taking the interview at the end of the day.
Yeah, like I have met people who've taken interviews and like at the end of the day, they are also humans, right? We think they are, you know, something like an god or something, and they're going to judge
Mm,
us. But at the end of the day, once you get 4 or 5 years of experience, 6 years of experience, you might end up taking interviews. So they're
mm,
just like you, your version who is more experienced, humans who wants
mm,
to socialize and who wants to judge whether you are the correct choice for the organization or not.
mm,
And basically, if you are having an interview with someone in the firm, if they select, you know, if you're getting through someone, they would get a referral fee because that candidate was selected whom they referred, right?
mm,
And that's what is everyone is working for. So it's nothing to be too afraid about. They're just, you know, people like we meet daily, and just that they're experienced in work more than us, so they're asking us questions which are technical.
mm.
So, yeah. So, thank you so much, Sandar, for your insightful views today in this podcast. And I would love to know about your joining date and whenever you join and your post joining experience. So, we'll have some chat around it.
Sure,
And
man.
yeah, thank you so much. And I'll attach your LinkedIn profile in the description box so that students can connect to you as well. Right.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you so much.